Hawkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Seahawks taking the field for their second possession. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And his charge towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
From the 28. It's caught by Elijah Arroyo. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. It gets incomplete to Kenneth Walker. He's first out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 44-yard line.
Handoff running left, Walker. Down the sideline at the 45. And finally down right along that opposing 40. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10.
And the Seahawks 1st down.
Staying with Walker. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. From the secondary, Greg Delpit on the tackle. So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Running with Walker again. And that's all with the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. Now Darnold. It's complete. Play made by Kupp. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Cooper Kupp, the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Return starts at the 9. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Browns back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. First call here coming from the shotgun.
19, Tiger, 19.
Here's Sanders now. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Going again here, Sanders. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. And now they stay out there for 3rd down. The throw now is Sanders. Seahawks bringing the pressure, and they got him. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A loss of 9 brings up 4th down.
Trying something here. They fake his spike. And that one falls incomplete. An unexpected call, but it does not get the better of them defensively. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again. Is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Drops back, and a big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
And he gets this forward to the 19. And the Browns add an extra defensive back out there. Nickel package, third down. Here's Darnold. Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks break the tie here in the first. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. To return to Rome Ford. Oh, what a stiff arm! And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Back out now comes the Browns offense. And the last time we saw them, Brock, they took a risk, went for it on their own half of the field, but it didn't work out. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Go! 19-18.
Sanders going to look to throw. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
To the air, Sanders. He's trying to go deep again. That's grabbed inside the 30. Here we go, a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have trick.
That's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns make it a 1-point game. Deontay Johnson with the touchdown.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got single high or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
And now the Browns lining up for 2.
The Browns will line up.
They'll try it on the ground. And he's almost there, but no! They stop him at the last moment. Wow, he's going to be just inches shy of that 2-point conversion. Things trim back down to a single-point Brock as they send this off and away. Here's Steven Sims with the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. They go play action on first. That's a catch. Jackson Smith-Njigba. And they get to him a good ways downfield from that line of scrimmage. Quite the start to that drive, huh? The first play sets him up now at the 38. Here he goes on the bootleg. Finds him on the crossing route. 30 at the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take a 7-point lead in the first. Cooper Kupp the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Point after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks grow their lead to 8. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Here's Ford on the return. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Browns getting their offense out there. And they sure surprised us, going for 2 in that spot on their last drive. Not sure we're going to see that call come out here again. Here's Judkins on first down. We will be stopped now, but a lot to like about that effort.
Take a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
Going to the ground again on first. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd down.
Another one for Judkins. He breaks the tackle. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
49-yard line. It's a
Handoff now to Judkins. And they're turned away on 3rd and short. Actually might have lost a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Oh, he's going to run for it. And we'll not get any further, but plenty of progress already. Offense in the hurry up here. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Sanders setting the pass. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
2nd and 10 now. Caught near the goal line.
Go way up.
Now Sanders. And he has the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns slice the lead down to a couple. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. Right on the edge of the goal line for 1st and goal. And I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So first down pass play can and certainly was effective.
The Browns will
Play action, Sanders. And he will get into the end zone. That ties this game up. Notice the first time they tried it, but this time, Brock, the 2-point conversion is successful.
Just felt like they were waiting for the right opportunity to try it once again. Not only to make up for the first attempt, but establish a little confidence from this spot. And who knows, maybe we'll have a 2-pointer that plays a bigger role when this thing's all said and done.
Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. The Seahawks offense taking the field now. And with each team coming off a touchdown and scoring well early on, we've got the makings of a barn burner here, Brock, if they can keep this up.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, as an offense, it doesn't mean you over-try, but you just know, hey man, our defense having a hard time slowing them down, and we've got to step on that accelerator.
They'll get 18 yards there. And the Seahawks will have a first down. From the 39 now, after that explosive start to this drive. Here's Darnold to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get this up to his own 44. And it's Carson Schlesinger who got over there for the stop. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Toss play. This is Walker. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing here, Darnold. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. So another punt coming up. Michael Dixon back out there. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And this one never had a shot. It's well over the goal line, and the end zone entirely, and that'll be a touchback. This has the makings of a shootout, a lot of points, but still tied as we reach the end of one. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. Judkins out the middle. And he needed his 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4. 7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. And give, here's Judkins. Just before he reaches the marker, he's hit and stopped. They got him at the 29. 3rd down, 1 yard to go.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Judkins running between the tackles. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. Along the right sideline, there's space. And he's in. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns take a 2nd quarter lead.
We are watching the showman put on an absolute show. What a day for this running back. I think he'd be the first to tell you. It's about the guys up front, receivers blocking outside, and the electricity of his legs.
Now the Browns lining up for another 2-point conversion try. They'll go play action for 6, and he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead. Going for it yet again, and once again, they don't have the right call to make it in for 2, so their struggles continue.
Yeah, they've kept them on the field without hesitation all game long. This offense knows what they're doing. Problem is the defense knows even more.
Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Brings in the kick at the 9. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Seahawks offense running out now. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They'll go play action. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. To throw, here's Darnold. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're in a double-digit pace here. And I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Michael Dixon on the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Pulled in at the 20. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. The Browns and this running back headed back out for a new series. And I'd say the ROI on his early touches have made him a pretty good investment for first half work. He's gotten off to a great start here. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Let's go now. Happy Lions.
Sanders back to throw. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Back to throw. Here's Sanders. Escapes the pocket. Defense too much. The Seahawks drag him down. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
It's now 3rd and 10.
Now looking to throw. He fires one deep down the middle. Oh, missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's 4th down.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, it's down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
And that's going to be close to an outright disaster, Brock, as he winds up losing a ton of yards on the play. First call here coming from the shotgun.
It's a turnover on down.
Darnold looking to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. It's inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown Seattle! The Seahawks tie and can take the lead here in the second. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Myers gets the point after to go. And they'll take the lead. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. Good work so far. He's got room. He's going to reach that 34-yard line before he stops. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. Their failure on 4th down was answered by a touchdown, so they're really going to need to rebuild some momentum as they take the field once again. On 1st down, here's Sanders. Escapes the pocket. After all that, he still can't get rid of it. They get there and drop him. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Another try following the sack. Oh, stiff arm. And he's taken down, but some quality yardage on that play.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Setting up a throw. Escapes the pocket. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. And this is going to end up incomplete.
I've been dealing, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm out here stepping, repping, flow electric, time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching. God is beside us, still ride with a in the fleece. I'ma up my piece if you trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions, go to the higher. These they come from the cause, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual forces, fighting the demons, really for lifers. Karma, with your energy harness. If I'm back in the corner, I might get the clicking until I just feel a nirvana. I see blood in the water, homies are gone, he couldn't see the piranhas. Got it hot as Nevada, I'm from the bottom, on treacherous timing. They'll pop your melon in front of those seeds over that beef and broccoli. He poked his chest, now he can't breathe over that ego popping. I put that glass on my wrist and went window shopping. Gotta sow your seeds, they wouldn't believe on all of the fruits that blossom. Got the enemy toppled, I got the energy, turn it like 20 more notches. I've been trusting the process, no other option, really is bigger than me. Got infinity stones inside of me deep, and I let the chakras speak. I will not retreat, you can never compete, your flesh is way too weak. I'm dealing, skins, and I make my way up. I'm out here stepping, repping, flow electric, time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching, God is beside us. Still ride with a in the fleece, I'ma up my piece if you trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions, go to the high up. These they come from the cause, we different in
we go on Sunday Night Primetime. Here's Smith on the return. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And leading them as he always does, the quarterback seeking his 4th consecutive Super Bowl appearance and a 4th Super Bowl title. It's Patrick Mahomes. They go play action, it's Mahomes.
It's pretty remarkable, isn't it, Kate, that the worst season statistically in Mahomes' career?
Oh, it's intercepted. What a start. Sauce Gardner with the INT. And the Jets are off to a great start defensively. They force a turnover on the opening possession.
Well, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pitch, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
First play, Fields letting it rip. That's caught at the 4. And it'll be first and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Working inside the red zone. This to the back of the end zone. Oh, but he ran out of room. Incomplete. So the incompletion on first. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go,
Pressure coming. It's Fields. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away. Incomplete. This opening drive has reached the 5. Can they find 6 now on 3rd and goal? Another throw for Fields. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Ooh, for a moment, thought those were our first points until he came and knocked it away.
Yeah, I think the message sent pretty clear after that play. You're going to have to try a lot harder than that to be the first ones on the board.
They'll take the handoff. Now Fields. And he won't come through on 4th and goal. And their first drive won't end in points after all. He stopped, and they're going to turn it over on downs.
Turnover on downs.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Finds the in route complete. And they bring him down at the 12-yard line.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Chased out to his right. He's running for it. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it'll be first down, Kansas City. New set of downs for him at the 38.
First down, Chiefs.
They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. Hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. And the Jets recover it. If there was a metaphorical panic button over there right now, partner, I feel like this would be the time to press it.
And you know me, I take the elevator right down to the field and press it now.
And this defense, man, they have seized on the opportunity that's been presented to them early.
And here's what happens with defenses.
He has the New York touchdown. The Jets parlay the turnover into a lead. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
Nick Folk now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Here's Smith on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. And Brock, they are not up to a good start. 2 drives, 2 giveaways. I think they could call this a win if this drive just doesn't end in a turnover.
Yeah, there's got to be some voices of calm within this offense to play smart, not scared. Play smart and take care of the football, but you can't be scared to make a mistake. Typically, one will follow.
First down, Kansas City.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs trim the lead to 1. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chiefs tie this game 7-7. After tying this game up, they're all set to center away. On the return, here comes Kene Wangu. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Jets out to begin another drive. Well, Brock, it only took them 1 play to reach the end zone last drive. They might have to work a little bit harder this time out.
Here we go. Turbo, sir.
Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. Brushes him off with ease. And they're going to have it all the way down near the 25.
Coming off that carry, I'd go right back to him. Not a hot hand on the field right now. Get that man the rock.
On 1st down, they'll run. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Brought down back at the 29-yard line.
Back-to-back carries here. This one isn't looking much better, Brock. He's handed another loss. That's 2 in a row. They've got 3rd down now coming up.
2nd down back at the 34-yard line.
They give it to him again. And this one does not get close. He stopped after 3, and that's going to bring up 4th down. On is Nick Folk to attempt the field goal. This is a 48-yard look for him. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And the score remains knotted, 7-all. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. Free inside the 30. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs take the lead on the first play of the drive. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on him. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. Breaks the tackle, still going. He's brought to a stop after he found plenty of room to run.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. That sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down, and they go right back to it. Stiff arm success. And he gets him around 6 there. Christian Fulton, the one to bring him down. First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to the well again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some left.
Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Off the play fake, it's Fields. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable in an incomplete.
Looking good, but just a little too far left. He missed it. And the deficit stays at 7. Ball at the 33 for first down.
Well, there's certainly never, ever a guarantee from that distance, but that's one you'd expect to be in your kicker's range. You hate to have a drive come away with nothing. That's exactly what happened.
And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks. It really creates an indecision now defensively.
And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Quincy Williams making the tackle. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Tight end going in motion here. 3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. He gets it to Rice. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
And the first down, Chiefs.
Off play action, it's Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. And they don't connect looking deep there, but this play's not quite over yet, so there's a flag on the field. So the offense was right to be walking backwards. The flag does go against them. So not just the yardage, Brock, but the illegal forward pass also cost them the down. It's 2nd and long. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. A throw left side, caught by Brown. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs grow their early lead to 13. It's a Marquise Brown touchdown. Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs double their lead to 14. Butker on now to kick this one away. Wangu now to return. This makes it up to the 25. The Jets offense now set to take over. They left a few on the table there last time out, Brock, settling for a field goal try that missed the mark.
Here we go.
They'll run here on first down. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Fields looking to throw. He puts some juice on a deep throw. That's complete inside the 35. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that could stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes, and what a difference it can make for an offense. You know what I like about this shot down the field, Kate? It keeps a defense honest. They know defensively, if we overcommit, we could get burned deep.
Throwing deep towards the end zone. Touchdown, New York. The Jets lower the deficit to a single possession.
There are a couple different ways now you can win on the fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body to try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
The Jets.
Play action, Fields. Nothing doing on that two-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion.
You know, no sense in piling on. Pretty clear for everybody to see. He knows he should have had that one. Just didn't watch it in the whole way. And it leaves 2 points on the table.
Fields the hard squib kick. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. They have been automatic scoring in this quarter, and yet another opportunity to do so here. They'll start this series with an option left. Will be a yard at most there at second down. To the air, Mahomes. Searches from the pocket. The Jets get there and bring him down. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
7 yards. And it's third down.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Really fired that one, but they couldn't connect. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
3 plays and out. It's fourth down.
He has it at the 13. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. Now here comes the New York offense. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Hand off to the back. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Stay on schedule. SOS. We talk about it all the time. Offensively, you've got to stay on schedule, and a run like that puts you now so far behind the sticks that it takes some superhuman effort now on second down.
That's going to be 6 on the run. So that brings up third and right around 8.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Makes it third and
Another carry for him. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Don't laugh at me, Kate. I almost wish there was an actual white flag on either sideline we could see waving in this spot, because that was an easy mop-up for the defense to force 4th and long.
He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And this one's swatted away by a defender, so they went for it unsuccessfully. And now they turn it over on downs.
result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10.
First down, Chiefs.
And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the first quarter. 21-13 our score. More from MetLife coming right up. Throwing on first down, Mahomes. He finds Brown right side. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
From the red zone now. And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs lead by 14. Patrick Mahomes, the touchdown. Bringing pressure, and it's blocked.
You know, it really really does, Kate. When you see that point blocked, it just deflates. You feel it. The whole sideline gets deflated. But I'll tell you what else it does. It puts a little seed of doubt and thought into your kicker and your special teams. And you hate that. You really do. You want those guys playing with as much confidence as your offense and defense is. So making sure you get your kicker right and that special teams unit right, that's going to be hugely important here down the road.
Throwing on first down. Fields. He's trying another one deep. That's caught at the 25. And this gets close to the red zone. He is inside the 25. So as we all recover from that last play, it's 1st and 10 near the red zone. Now Fields. He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
That is so demoralizing defensively. You do everything right, you draw it up right, you get double coverage, and yet you still can't take the ball away.
1st down from the red zone. Buys time, rolling right. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. Thought he had a touchdown there. So now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Throwing again, it's Fields. On the move, headed right. And he will score. It's a New York touchdown. The Jets making a one-score game in the 1st half. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here. Running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Caden. Some players, that's the world they thrive in. Finding windows where windows shouldn't exist and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast. Trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Gotta stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up. Getting another shot at 2 here. Off play action, it's Fields. It's gone. He reaches the end zone, so the 2-point conversion will cut the lead down to 6. All right, Brock, they win empty. We all expected a pass was coming, and they do indeed go to the air and connect on that strike for 2.
Yeah, once you empty that backfield, it does certainly, Kate, alert that defense to pass. And then it comes down to disguise. It comes down to timing, especially on a 2-point with everything condensed. Well done by that offense to go get 2.
Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. This is cut downfield by Rice. Hits the 20. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs go up by 12. Butker to try the point after. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. A costly unforced error, and they get flagged for roughing the kicker. Butker on now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets have their offense ready to go again. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air. So expect some tighter coverage this time around. Here's the handoff. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat. But the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. Extra man in the secondary now for the Chiefs on 3rd down. He beams one deep right side. He's got it deep downfield. He'll be touchdown after a big play. Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Fields throwing here. He's loaded another one up. And that's incomplete. He had the touchdown, but just couldn't finish off the catch, and a potential 6 points comes off the board. Second and 10 now. Fields. He's looking deep once again. In disaster averted, he knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Fields throwing once more. Cut at the 10-yard line. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make a first and goal from the 8. The early returns on the stat sheet have been good so far, partner. He's off to the exact kind of start they were hoping he'd have.
Yeah, you can just feel the rhythm, the timing, the tempo, and that ball is zipping all over the field.
Forced out to his right. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Jets make it a one-score game in the first half. It's a Justin Fields touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
He'll reach the end zone. They get 2 more points to help attack that deficit. That's the third time they've gone for 2, and now their second conversion, so they've done pretty well in that spot today, partner.
Oh, come on, Kate. You know better than that. Even though they're 2 for 3, you know what every old salty coach is going to say.
You should have gotten all 3 of them.
Bingo! Any team that's willing to go for it expects to find success every single time.
The Chiefs and Rashee Rice ready for a new series on offense. And we've seen some matching touchdowns as of late, so the scoring coming at a good clip, Brock. Let's see if they can keep this up.
You know what's fun, Kate? After all of these years, I have friends that are offensive guys and friends that are defensive guys. And my friends watching this one offensively love it. The defensive guys, they're climbing up their walls.
He finds Pacheco out of the backfield. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Offense to the line for second down. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
It's third down and 15.
Here's Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Jets brought the pressure and got to him. The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. Xavier Gipson on to return for the Jets.
Another 3 and out.
Starts the return at the 34. And it gets them something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Fields on first down. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And he sails that one over the end zone. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
It's second down and 10.
Now it's Fields. He's trying to go deep again. He's got it inside the 10. He will not score, but that down to set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw. When you throw it that deep outside the numbers, it requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Second and goal.
On go again. And he won't get anything this time. They stop him at the 4.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run, well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
And he's got it. That's a layout for it for touchdown. The Jets take a second quarter lead. keeping track, just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a second half to match this one. Jets lining up for another 2-point attempt. Play action now. It's Fields. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he's into the end zone. Successful play there. That makes the lead 3 points. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. His return starts at the 5. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Chiefs and Rashee Rice ready for a new series on offense. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Drive begins with a run by Pacheco. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down. First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Short pass brought in. Past the 35. Into the red zone. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs just need 2 snaps to steal a lead. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs take a 4-point lead. Jets, 37. Butker on now to kick this one away. Xavier Gipson now to return. He stopped on the run back of the 27. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. It sure seems like they've been able to score every time they've touched it this quarter, Brock. So high hopes again for this upcoming series. 1st and 10. Here's Fields. He's going to push one deep down the right. Brought in inside the 20. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive jump. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he can get the first down.
Rolling left, and he scores! It's a New York touchdown! The Jets take a 2nd quarter lead. It's a Justin Fields touchdown!
With that score, this is now a time where this defense is going to get on that sideline, look at each other, and say, hey, we got to play this quarterback a whole lot more honest because he is doing damage with his legs.
Here we go.
The play fake, it's Fields. Flushed out of the pocket. And they beat the defense with the throw and get 2 following the touchdown. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Here's Smith on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense out to take over. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. This one's to Rice out on the right side. He's at the 30. The 10. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs take the lead on the first play of the drive. Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs push their lead to 3. Butker on now to kick this one away. Wangu now to return. And going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33. The Jets, they really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Fields. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. Big game downfield. Then he takes it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets take the lead on the first play of the drive.
There's a good chance he wasn't even looking when that ball was released, but the crowd, well, the crowd let him know exactly what was going on. He could feel the swell of excitement whenever they take a deep shot. It's only going to get louder now as they were able to connect.
Folk on now to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets take a 4-point lead.
Chiefs 48.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. And they should be well rested. They were only out there for one play last drive, and they found the end zone. It gives to Pacheco to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Has him on the quick hitter. He's at midfield. The 30. He's at the 10. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. It's a Marquise Brown touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs push their lead to 3. Butker on now to kick this one away. Gibson now to return. Good work so far. He's got room. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. Ball at the 33 for 1st down.
Here we go.
Fields looking to throw. He beams one deep right side. They connect on the deep shot. And that's a New York touchdown. The Jets take the lead on the first play of the drive. That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. Now, keep in mind, he's only one off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. So once again, the Jets going for 2.
Here we go.
The Jets will line up.
They fake the handoff. Now Fields. He rolls to his right. And he makes the catch. The 2-point conversion try is good. Well, we're now officially at the point where touchdowns might as well consider them 8 points in this contest, partner. Yet another 2-point conversion successful, and they've been borderline automatic.
Well, we've officially left the NFL record book behind. It used to stand at 4, accomplished by the greatest show on turf, those Rams in 2000. This is uncharted waters. Kate, I think you'd agree. We're all here for this journey.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And then pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
3rd and 15.
Motioning the tight end now. 3rd and long for Mahomes. defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down.
And it's 3 and out.
His work begins at the 31. And it ends up a good return for him. Up past their own 40. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Fields to throw. He's going to push one deep down the right. And in, touchdown, New York. The Jets hold an 11-point advantage. And that is his 4th touchdown reception of the game. And if you wonder how rare that is, only a couple of active players have ever achieved it in their careers, and it's been done less than 50 times in league history.
The Jets will
Play action, Fields. And he's got it. They get the conversion, and that's going to extend their lead.
You know, we tend to say this all the time, and I'll say it yet again, Kate. Big targets in the red zone are an enormous advantage. Not many guys can match up and defend someone like him, and no surprise, they went right to him for the conversion.
Returning it from the 4. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. First down carry for Pacheco. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. It was Andre Cisco who hauled him down there. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
brings up 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Dumped off to his running back. And he gets back to the line, but no more. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. And it's the Chiefs with 7 to go here on 3rd down. They motion the tight end over. 3rd down, it's Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Jets brought the pressure and got to him. Matt Araiza on to punt. And he's been getting all of it every time out. Takes it in at the 26. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10.
Here we go, Scott. Scott.
Right up the gut. Lateral goes haywire. It's out. And this is picked up by the Chiefs. And he will take it back. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs make it a 1-score game before halftime. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. A costly unforced error, and they get flagged for roughing the kicker. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Jets returning their offense and this running back to the field. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable.
Here we go. We're good. Turn, ball, turn.
Throwing on 1st down. Fields. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Fields to throw it. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. That one's caught at the 10-yard line.
Pass interference. Offense.
Such Such an exciting play lost because of that penalty. And this offense now left to think of their next call as they make the long walk back down the field. He's trying another one deep. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Brings up third down.
Field throwing here. He's loaded another one up. He's got it deep downfield. Tackle made at the 10. First and goal coming up. Timeout taken by New York. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Throwing again. It's Fields. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You get down to this tight red zone, and there's only so many pass plays you can run, largely because you don't have enough space to operate. Defense knows it, too. Give those guys some credit. They were all over that one.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
It's now third and goal.
Here we go. All right.
On third and goal, here's Fields. Chased out to his right. And it's incomplete on third and goal. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that forces them to fourth and goal. It's a fake pitch into the tight end. And the surprise does not pay off as they're turned away on that fake, Bronk. A few points left out there potentially as they turn it over on down.
Take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one. Back to the line they go. It's second down. They're just going to play it safe, sticking with the ground game, it looks like. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. That penalty helps him out. Makes it 2nd and 7. They'll stick with the ground game here. And that second down run is only going to manage a yard. So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hanson. He's got our halftime report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hanson here on the 5th floor studios. A little abridged version of the halftime report here, as both defensive coordinators might be having speaks with their players. That begs the question, can any defense get a stop in the second half? To find out, let's go back out to the stadium and join our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Huard.
Thanks so much, Scott. We are back and about set to begin our second half. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Jets are headed back out there now, led by Justin Fields. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year is over. New York to the line. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Plowing up the middle. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Good. 551, 12 go.
The give here on second. Oh, what a stiff arm. Second down run produces 7 before they bring him down. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. On their own side, but only need an inch or two here, so they're going for it. They'll run for this. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You can almost feel the motivation from this offense to keep this series going. Not even loading up in goal line formation could stop them. Right call for the right situation, and the runner getting it done.
Going to the ground again on 1st. A solid run in here. That's 9 yards. He brings up 2nd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
They give it to him again. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
The handoff on 3rd and short. Ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
From their own side, they're going to go for this. They need about 2.
Here we go.
He's back to throw. Headed out right. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. Oh, stiff arm. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him the 1st on 4th down.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
You know, for pitchers, you hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on 1st. You got to mix in some high percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss, just like that.
And this is looking familiar, partner. He's dropped for a loss again. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud quarterback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Buying some time right. He's in trouble, and the Chiefs bring him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Back to throw it. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Run from Pacheco to start the half. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game. This one's quickly mocked up, too. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Right back to Pacheco. And that's good for a few. It brings up 3rd down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up.
Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Kansas City sends out its punt team. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. It's fielded at the 14. And a nice return out of it. Landed a little further up past their own 30. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. They've certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Ball at the 33 for 1st down.
Here we go, tonight.
Looking to throw Fields. Escapes the pocket. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. Complete out to the right side. And he will get it down to the 16-yard line.
That is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone.
Thumbs up. Ready? Start.
Now it's Fields. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone, but they just can't finish the play. 2nd down and 10. Fields escapes out to the left. And they will score. Touchdown, New York. The Jets go up by 12. It's a Justin Fields touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground.
Hey, 3 touchdown gains aren't unusual for a quarterback, but we normally see him through the air. His QB's legs have been a problem for this defense today.
Jets lining up for another 2-point attempt.
Here we go,
Jets will line up for
Play action now. It's Fields. Bails out of the pocket quick. And that's into the end zone, so they call the touchdown by tacking on 2 more to their lead. As always, a hat tip to our buddy Scott Hanson for his hard work there during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Here's Smith on the return. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down. 1 play in, and already they're close to midfield. 1st down throw, Mahomes. He drops this down to Pacheco underneath. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
At the Jets' 43
incomplete. Trying to force one through there. So now they have 3rd and short.
It's 3rd down. And 2 yards to go.
Back to throw Mahomes. Oh, he's going to run for it. And finally, they're able to stop this play from getting any more yards.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A gain of
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
And this time, they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This defense has been doing it all, not just with the takeaways, but the pressure and what that does and how hard it is to play the quarterback position when you're taking a beating like this.
Trying again, following the sack. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Looking to throw Mahomes. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Yeah, this has been flawless, really, from every side, Kate. In order to get to double-digit sacks, it requires a tremendous amount of work leading up to this game, but then ultimately the execution of everybody. This has been the acronym of team. Together, everyone achieves more, and more is 10 sacks.
Punt team on the field. And this will mark his 5th kick of the night. And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has it with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter.
Here we go. 19 seconds.
On 1st and 10, it's Fields. He beams one deep right side. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Jets stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Well, with that score right there, Brock, he has reached one of the pinnacles of playing quarterback here in the NFL. The most touchdown passes in a single game.
And I can promise you, after this game, he's going to do... I remember Peyton and Marvin having a back and forth after breaking the record. Neither of them wanted the ball because they knew it took all of them. And I promise you, after the game at the podium, he'll say the same thing today. It's his name in the record book, but this is an offensive explosion for a day.
Folk on now to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jets stretch their lead to 21.
83. Chiefs 62.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Here's Smith on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. They're down 21 now after that last score and in need of a comeback as we work through this game. Running left with Pacheco. Allen continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 22-yard
Putting a receiver in motion. Here's 2nd and 11. That's Worthy running the slant. And it'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Right back to Worthy. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
15. 1st down, Chiefs.
Now it's Mahomes. Here's a screen sound for Pacheco. Get some space around midfield. And some excellent work on this play. It takes him a while to get to him downfield. Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play.
1st down, Kansas City.
Throwing on first down, Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. They'll come up first and 10.
And a first down, Chiefs.
Throwing again, Mahomes. He brings it in. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. 3 touchdown catches in one game is rare air, Brock. Safe to say most guys who retire can name every time they did that here in the NFL.
Yeah, I hope he remembers it, but also remember this. Receivers, they're a dependent position. They're dependent on the guys doing their job up front. They're dependent on the quarterback putting it on the spot. And usually, when you reach a milestone like this, you'd love to share it with everybody else. And my guess, especially if they could find a way to win this one, is this receiver will celebrate it with all of his guys.
And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up first and 10. Give now to the running back. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. We've reached the end of the third on Sunday Night Primetime. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the fourth. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Here we go, son. 331.
Fields looking to throw. That's caught. Hits Reynolds. And he's going to set them up with a first down on a huge gain.
And those are the completions they rely on in their passing game.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. They tried the lateral. It's a live ball. And this is picked up by the Chiefs. Reaches the 40. At the 20. And he will take it back. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs now within 1 score in the fourth. Well, Brock, you and I know after that first turnover they were able to take back, they were looking for another one, and lo and behold, they found it.
You felt it, I felt it, everybody in the stands felt it. It wasn't just good enough to get the takeaway, They wanted to one up what they did earlier, and look at the celebration now.
A costly unforced error, and they get flagged for Rocky the kicker. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Jets are headed back out there now, led by Justin Fields. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. I love the aggressiveness from this defense. All right, here we go, second down.
Here we go, son. 331.
Another carry for him. This one isn't looking much better, Brock. He's handed another loss. That's 2 in a row. They've got third down now coming up.
Tackled back at the 28-yard line.
Don't jump. Ready?
Fields throwing here. Buys time, rolling right. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
And that's a situation, may have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that first down.
On fourth down, Fields getting out to his left. He's running for it. And he'll get it up to the 38-yard line before going down. All right, working from the gun to Suggs. First and 10. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Back to To the line they go. It's second down.
Back at the 41-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got time here. Now here he goes. And Mahomes is going to dodge a hit with that slide after he picks up enough for the first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide in practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Counter give here to Pacheco. And he picks up 5 on that first down run. Brings up second down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you could be a Pro Bowler.
It's a gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Now pass play. Here's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is down all the way to the 3. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play. Trying to run with Pacheco. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go block. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up.
Second and goal at the 6-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for third and goal. To the air, Mahomes. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And the pressure drives them backwards. Harrison Butker out now. He knows how big this try is. He's got to drive this 37 yards down the middle. Cracking for it, and it's good! And that brings things a little closer here late.
Such a perfect example of a kicker just doing his job. And now it's incumbent upon that defense to give him and their offense another shot.
Gibson now to return. Making some progress here. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. The turnover on downs only led to 3. Obviously better than a touchdown, but enough to rattle them a bit as they return to the field. The Chiefs get to him, and he's dropped. Working quickly here. Before we can get a snap on second down, they call timeout. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Offense to the line for second down.
Here we go. 3-19, that's it. Go.
Another try following the sack. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with third down. Defense is roaring here. Back-to-back sacks have him in a great spot to end this drive immediately. Third and long for him here. Has it downfield working the left. And a great play does not get the first down. That stop came at the very last moment to bring up 4.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And this doesn't just reach the end zone. He kicked that one all the way through it for a touchback. The Chiefs offense out to take over. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. Gives to Pacheco to start the drive. Rob's by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Here's Mahomes now. coming up.
Hey, Kate, it's time to add some players and some names and a team to the all-time record list. It used to read 12 when it comes to sacks, accomplished 5 times. Well, you know what we just witnessed? We just witnessed the 13th sack of this game in NFL history. This group has lived behind the other side of the line all game long, and now they will live in the record books right now.
Punting unit out now. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, shot. Shot.
Hand off to the back. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
17-yard line.
Here we go.
Back to the well again. And he finds just enough daylight for a 5-yard gain. It's 3rd down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And we'll see if they kick or try their luck at another fake pass. The coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Chiefs and Rashee Rice ready for a new series on offense. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he's going to have about 2. It's 2nd down now.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Yellow, yellow.
From the 27. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
Looking to throw. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Fields this clean at the 30. And who knows what was going on there as he's finally brought down for a huge loss. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver.
16-yard line.
Offense showing trips outright as they get set for this 1st and 10. Looking to throw Fields. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dive up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's Fields to throw. He's looking deep once again. They connect on the deep shot. And he will take this down near the opposing 35-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Another throw for Fields. On the move, headed right. He takes it himself. Taylor going downfield. It's caught. And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. You don't get too many plays of that size in a game, and that flag takes away one of them. Second down out the window. They're backed up here for third down. Setting up to pass. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. And no, you're not seeing things wrong, folks. They are, in fact, lining up to punt on first down. Oh, baby, there's way too much behind that kick, and he knew it. That's all the way over the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs and Rashee Rice ready for a new series on offense. He'll look to throw it. He's got Brown on the slant. And a nice chunk there, about 7. He's up to the 27. Chiefs in the hurry up, trying to get everyone to the line.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Back to throw. Finding Brown back-to-back plays. Just before he reaches the marker, he's hit and stopped. They got him at the 29. Third and a lone yard coming up. To throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Looking for Travis Kelce that time. And that brings up 4th and short. Just about a yard to the markers, and they're going to take the risk and go for this. They'll run it with Pacheco. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's second. Who set it down for him at the 38.
First down, Kansas City.
Here he is to throw. Completed over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Chiefs in the hurry up, trying to get everyone to the line.
A gain of 4 brings up
tight end in motion right.
At the 43-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 5. Short pass brought in. And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage. Chiefs in the hurry up, trying to get everyone to the line.
A gain of 30. And a first down, Chiefs.
And they get that clock just below 40 seconds to play. Less than 40 seconds to work with. Here comes 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Trying to push it deep downfield. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Here he is to throw. And really, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. They bring the tight end in motion. Here he goes. Gotta have this on 4th down. Finds him over the middle. And they are sent off the field. They had to go for it. Defense knew it was coming. That's a turnover on downs. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They're going to pass it here. He's going to push one deep down the right. Brought in inside the 20. And this will reach the red zone. He takes it down to the 17. And with 4 seconds remaining, they're going to take a timeout.
That's good.
Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. And that is the catch that should end this game and seal this win. Touchdown. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
That one right down the middle. And the Jets drive their lead to 11. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. This one goes out of bounds and will give them the ball at the 40. So a rarity for anyone playing penalty bingo. It's a kickoff out of bounds and some great field position starting out. All right, one more snap to play here.
Yellow.
And he could have a free play here. This one won't be wheeled in, but they had that green light to take the shot, and they did. Looked like somebody on the defense jumped the snap. That's no way to end a game, right, Brock? Can't have a defensive penalty on the final play, so an untimed down coming up. And this might be a free play. Let's see what they do. This one won't be wheeled in, but they had that green light to take the shot, and they did. Looked like somebody on the defense jumped the snap. That's no way to end a game, right, Brock? Can't have a defensive penalty on the final play, so an untimed down coming up. This might be a free play for him. Cut by the open man. And he's across with a touchdown, and that flag is not going to stop this celebration. They know that's an offsides call.
Offside. Defense.
Got to the end zone with a free play, so they will, of course, decline offsides and take the points. So no time remaining, Brock, but the touchdown and now potentially this two-point conversion can at least make it look a little closer. And they get the two-point conversion. Nice catch in the end zone there. They're back within a field goal now. So the win goes to the Jets. And there was no easy enough. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Huard, and everyone involved.